The Hawaii Education Association is celebrating its 100th anniversary by highlighting local educators who are doing exceptional work in the community. Today we're catching up with the principal at Waiahole Elementary. What is the history of Waiahole Elementary?
So Waiahole is 138 years old. It was established during the King Kalakaua period. And so this school has a lot of history and tradition and culture.
This is like a kind of like island oasis back here.
It is. You know, we're kind of, like you said, hidden, tucked away. Very prideful in what we do as a school. And I try to incorporate the culture into things that we do here. Would have never thought that I would be into education. I actually was a social worker. And it just so happened that my friend at the time worked at a high school. I was gonna sub for her, but then the principal offered me another position and I stayed. I needed to go back to school at some point. I had no college schooling. And so I went back to school and I stayed at Mililani High School for about 10 years before I made the leap into administration. Can't catch me. I love the school setting and I think that's why I've stayed in it. I actually went back to school so that I could stay at the school level because I think that's where the difference is at the school level. And I'm really passionate about the work that I do with kids as well as with teachers, families, and staff members. I've always believed that to be a lifelong learner and I need to get better as a school leader, and so I always try to find opportunities for me to get better as a leader. And so one of those ways is I took a class. It was a series of 3 classes, paid for the course on my own, and I wanted to continue the modules after, and so I applied for the scholarship from HEA, which allowed me to take a Harvard class, leading schools, which then helped me become a better school leader and helping our school transition from the pandemic into face-to-face learning. I always say it's not about me, but it's about the work that we do together as a school and as a team. So while I'm very fortunate to partake in this scholarship, it's gonna make me a better school leader for my school.
The student enrollment is high for local kids too.
Correct. Native Hawaiians is more than half. And then we're a free and reduced school. That means our children have access to free meals.
Being a smaller school, what are some of the challenges that you guys have to face and overcome?
I'm gonna say one of them is budget, because budget is dependent on student enrollment. And so the less students you have, the less your budget is. And so I'm always having to advocate for small schools and making sure that even though we don't have the funding, I can still provide opportunities for our kids. Family is what makes the school setting or the educational system work, because we're like an extended ohana, which I think is why I stay into education, because family is important to me and my school is my second family.
Hey, if you have an awesome teacher that's impacted your life, post about them on social media. Use the hashtag #MyAwesomeTeacher. And for more information, head over to hawaiieducationassociation.org.
Brought to you by Hawaii Education Association.